Patience is a form of wisdom. To have patience is to understand the fact that things must unfold within their own time. Perception of time is everything. The way we understand and apply our time has a significant effect on the way in which we live our life. The cover art was designed by a very talented artist, Ethan Azam. It represents an individual's perception of time. How a person perceives time determines how they will spend their life and ultimately the person that they become. I've always enjoyed writing and creating. From a young age, I would write short stories and give them to family members. I've always had a creative mindset. First time I wrote music was probably midway through secondary school. I used it as a release for certain issues that were in my life at the time. I didn't really push my creative side in my ventures throughout college or when I went into university. That's really the time scale where patience was born from. The project is the story of my progression from the person I was around the time that I finished college to the person that I am now.
How can I stop this pain? Thoughts overrunning my brain. Can't really hear what they're saying. I'm in a complete different lane.
Act 1 starts by giving an insight into the way my mind was working at that time. I wasn't necessarily within the right place mentally. I wasn't aligned with my ambitions. It explores the thoughts which I was having and how these thoughts started to develop my personality and then affect my emotions. We see a correlation between reduced amounts of time spent on productivity and negative emotions.
We're not even iced out, mob ties energy. 3-piece suit, I'm smarter than my enemy. Put my money down on bricks and mortar. I'm trying to build a life for my future daughter.
Act 2 then looks into the influences that have brought me to this point, mainly looking into my environment throughout my time in university. My relationships with certain influences within my life are explored. The act shows how much certain influences can affect how you in turn spend your time and how you view your time. I talk about my relationship with Mitchell, how we've grown from friends into brothers and business partners. I also talk about my experiences with women and how this has affected my mindset towards relationships. The opinions that you build around your environment can determine the belief and motivation systems within yourself. You have to take care in the kind of energies you expose yourself to, and you also have to watch whether you are allowing that energy to change you or if you are changing that energy.
These rappers in the game too basic. I don't really need to entertain it. I just do me and I keep it patient. Rapping even how I get paid.
Act 3 starts to explore the transition period. This is more so around the time of the end of my studies at university. This is really a story of how I transitioned out of my old environment, how I cut out certain influences, place more focus on things that would bring me happiness and help me to reach my ambitions. Acceptance of ownership and balance of control were very key throughout this development. I learned a lot about myself and that wins and losses are both part of the same journey. We then end on Act 4, where I feel I am now. There are still battles with the demons of the past, however, I've learned to use them to my advantage and to push me forward rather than pull me back. I have a much clearer picture of my aims and how I will accomplish them. My perception and better usage of time has allowed me to be more grateful for the talents I have, the family I have, the friends that I have, and the time at my disposal. This is not a grime album or a conscious album or anything really there's ever been before. It's just me being me and expressing myself in the deepest, barest way possible. I would like people to listen to the project and learn that they have the ability to unlearn. Whatever problems or hindrances you have, you're not alone. There are always ways to cut them influences, and if not, there are ways to use them to your advantage. Patience is a form of wisdom. To have patience is to understand the fact that things must unfold in their own time.